There's the lineup for this next race. And there is Attila Molnar. Well, the man who in Apeldoorn was European Indoor Champion last year, but more importantly on Tuesday at the World Indoor Tour Gold third meeting in Ostrava, he broke Schoenleber's European indoor record from 1988. A 38-year-old European record. Molnar broke 45.01 for that European indoor record. Inside him is Isaiah Klein Ikink of the Netherlands, the 22-year-old. He's a great athlete too. Last year ran 45.9 indoors, not to be dismissed. Ricky Petrucciani there, the Swiss 25-year-old, won 46.2. That was a couple of years back. Runs for the Zurich club. 45.02 outdoors, his best. And then Jack Ehrmann goes on the inside and affects in lane 3. His best just 48.17. He will struggle in this sort of company. That was here in Metz, about 3 weeks ago. He runs for the nearby Strasbourg club. So, the third and final men's 400 metres. This the A race. Only 19 men ever have gone under 45 seconds indoors. Can Molnar do it here on this quick surface? The Hungarian 24-year-old goes on the outside. Attila Molnar, newly crowned European indoor 400 metres record holder, goes in 6. Ikink of the Netherlands in 5. Petrucciani of Switzerland 4. And on the inside there is Ehrmann. So, Ikink has gone off very aggressively. Molnar nicely judged first 200, but he still comes off the bend there and goes, gets clipped from behind, going through the bell, but I don't think loses a shoe. Didn't really seem to lose much there. That's just a misstep from Molnar as he goes into the back straight now. Ikink chasing him hard in his slipstream, about 1.5 meters down. In the red in third place is Petrucciani. Ehrmann is a long way back as expected, but Molnar has got a fight on his hands now. Comes into the straight for the final run-in. Has about a 2 metre lead. This is where he's always so strong, and he goes away from Ikink, opens up another 2 or 3 metres as he comes to the line. 45.57. Well, there's no doubt at all that his run will have been compromised a little bit by that clip as he approached the bell. Really frustrating that for Molnar, but it is another win for the Hungarian, excuse me. Well, he doesn't look too amused, does he? Very, very strong over the last 50. It was 2 metres going around the final bend, 4 metres that margin at the line. 45.57. Well, that's still a meeting record for Molnar, hardly surprising. Ikink 46.16, not far outside his personal best. There it is, confirmation then of the win in the men's A400. Attila Molnar of Hungary, 45.57, a new meeting record. Ikink 46.16, quick running. Petrucciani, a season's best, a little bit further back, 47.69, with Ehrmann bringing up the rear. Reigning world indoor champion, reigning outdoor world champion, European silver medalist to 24 in Rome, world number 1 off that 8.33 on Tuesday, but a no jump in the first round. Decent mark here, that high knee lift of his. Well, he gets a mark, but he took off way behind the board. I'm not sure he even made the board at all. And that would have lost a lot of ground. What's he get? Wow! Ha! 8.38, the longest jump in the world this year from Mattia Furlani. Absolutely stupendous. So Boyakov looking for something big there with that final round effort, and he likes it. He thinks it's big. He thinks it's huge. Is it huge? What's he done, Boyakov? Is it special? 8.37 in second place in round 4. What's he done in round 5 here? Boyakov. Has he produced something even bigger? Boyakov 8.39, eases past Furlani by 1 centimetre. Now Furlani's got to respond. This boy is good news, isn't he, for the sport of track and field athletics? Charismatic, fabulous competitor, what a natural talent. He's a monstrous performer in every sense of the word. Furlani has got 2 more jumps. That was round 5 for Boyakov. Here he comes now, 8.39 the target, the world lead. Ooh, I don't know. He's a much flatter jumper, this Furlani. He didn't like it. It could get better. It gives away quite a few centimetres on the board, doesn't it? What about 6 or... equals it! I cannot believe it! 8:39 in that fifth round for Forlani. And that equals the world lead. And of course, he will lead on countback from Sadeboyakov because of his 8:38. Brilliant stuff. Sadeboyakov was in second place after 3 rounds with that 8:15 in round 2. He backed it up with an 8:13, then an 8:37 in round 4, then 8:39, world lead in round 5. Can he go better? Oh, it's big as well. Does he like it? He's not sure. No celebration there. And we saw the celebrations after the big effort in round 5. That was 8:39. For about 90 seconds, a couple of minutes, he was world number 1. And then Forlani, quite extraordinarily, came out and equalled his effort, 8:39, with his 5th round jump. And will win this on countback now. Indeed, I think we can, as we see 8:24 there for Sadeboyakov to close his series. But that is a wonderful series. Big, big jumping, particularly in rounds 4 and 5. Now here comes Mattia Forlani. Louder, come on, give it some stick. The PA announces she's doing a great job. So is this fella. He has the competition won, but can he punch through the 8:40 barrier? Ooh, I'm not sure. I think there was a little adjustment there. The last couple of strides, he shortened his stride. That makes the centre of gravity roll forwards and compromises your takeoff position slightly. If you can imagine, you're running as fast as you can, and you then take a couple of shorter strides. And then, of course, it makes your body, your torso roll forwards over your legs, and then you drive off the board, and you're pointing forwards and upwards like a rocket almost. And oh, that's a lovely contest between this pair. Forlani there closes his account with 8:23. Funnily enough, Sadeboyakov closed his account with an 8:24. That's the result of one of the great long jump competitions indoors in modern times. Mattia Forlani 8:39 and world lead, but that came after Sadeboyakov jumped 8:39 to snatch the lead from Forlani's round 4 8:38. What a battle it was between those two. As you can see, everybody else way behind as we see the lineup for this women's A800. What a race it promises to be. Henriette Jaeger of Norway. She's such a powerful, gutsy runner. She goes out in lane 6.
Couloir 5, record perso à 58-12, championne du monde junior en 2024, République tchèque, Lourdes Gloria.
Manuel of Czechia, 51-2 athlete.
Un record en 51-24,
Athle lor
des championnats du monde sur les 400 mètres.
51-24, very evenly matched these athletes. Goodness me. And Ledečka completes the lineup. For Slovakia. Ledečka has the a slightly tighter inside lane. Well, aggressive running from Manuel, just out inside from Jaeger, the Norwegian on the outside there in the pink. But Jaeger using that downhill off the bend there, just to lead at 200, and it's quick, 23.52. I think the previous race was 23.35, not quite as quick, but she is strong here, and she's making this a test of strength, Jaeger, with that quick first 200. The others in her slipstream. Athle lor, I think, in 3rd place behind Manuel. 1, 2, 3 there, coming off the final bend, 50 to go. And Jaeger now looking really strong, punching hard with those really powerful soldiers. Athle lor coming through for 2nd place. She's going to run out of track, though. Doesn't beat Jaeger. 50.61. That is quick. Brilliant stuff from Jaeger. Well, it's almost up with her national record indoors of 50.44. She's a 49.4 athlete. Indoors, outdoors is Jaeger. She is world indoor bronze medalist from last year in Nanjing. Took 3rd place there. Has a European indoor silver medal from Apeldoorn last year as well. She really does enjoy these indoor tracks, probably more than the outdoors. That's from Jaeger. Very impressive indeed. And there it is, 50.62. That is a quick time, and it's Athle lor, a national record. In second place, 50.78 to 50.62 for Jaeger. Let's have a look at this field. Laurent Ronsin, Lorenzen, I should say. Bahamas goes in lane 1, Beta Bomber in 2, Kozak goes in lane 3. There she is, Pia Skrzyzowska, former European champion, world number 1 this year with 7.78, her lifetime best 7.74. Ditaji Kambunji, fabulous performer, really quick over the blocks, out of the blocks, quick through the second half to 7.67, a lifetime best, making her one of the quickest athletes in history over 60-meter hurdles. Lorenzen goes in 1, Beta Bomber of Denmark in 2, Luka Kozak goes in 3 for Hungary, Skrzyzowska Poland in 4 in the pink, Kambunji second away from the camera, and then Cartwright nearest the camera. What a way they go. Really good start there from Skrzyzowska yet again. Really good running on the far side from Beta Bomber. But it looks like Skrzyzowska takes it from Kambunji. She does. Wins the big showdown between those two. 7.82, the unofficial winning time. Well, that is quick. It's not a world best, but it's very close to a world best of 7.78. It's significantly quicker than she ran in a heat, 7.91. But she takes it out of the blocks there, and for the others, it immediately applies pressure. And whether they can help it or not, it must make them feel they're straining and struggling to get close. 7.82 to 7.87. 5/100ths of a second. Might not seem much in normal day-to-day terms, but in sprinting and sprint hurdling, it's quite a big margin. There's clear daylight between the two there, so to speak. And the pole turns back the challenge of the world outdoor champion Dita Kambunji of Switzerland. That is fantastic. 7.82 to 7.87 between the big pair. So the A60 final for women next up. So Bishops then. Well, she was second in her heat in 7.33, the Dutch athlete. That's somewhere outside her personal best and season best of 7.16. Bestue goes in lane 2. Van der Weken, she was a winner of the third heat in 7.14, the quickest of the day. She starts here as favourite, there's no doubt about that. So how close can they get to 7 seconds here? The meeting record by Marie-José Tello goes back 8 years. That gives you some idea of how good a run it was. 7.07. Fastest time in the world this year, 7 seconds exactly, by Julian Alfred in Fayetteville just yesterday. Starting surely as favourite here. Van der Weken, who goes in 4. Third from the left, Van der Weken, very quick out of the blocks, powerful too on the near side, brilliant run, and second place I'm sure there for Bishops. That's a bit of a turn up. Winning time 7.07, she equals the meeting record. Brilliant stuff from Van der Weken. What a good afternoon's work from her. Maybe it'll get rounded down. Oh, it gets rounded up. 7.08. That's a shame. That is a real shame. She would have had a share of the meeting record. Bishops, 7.11. Personal best for her. I thought it was special. Goodness me. Yeah, it's a big chunk of her best. 7.16 she ran earlier on this season, Bishops. And she's just run 7.11 to go equal 6th on the world rankings this year. 7.08 by Van der Weken. Well, that is special. Indeed, it's the equal third fastest time in the world this year. Brilliant stuff from the Luxembourg athlete. So, Sute now. First attempt at 480. Both she and Svabikova have gone over 475. She has the lead and pops over that. Where's this coming from? This is incredible from Sute. First time of asking. Another meeting record. She improves her own one from 5 minutes ago. That was 475. That is 480. That is the second highest jump in the world this year. Actually, the 475s were by both she and Svabikova. She stays in second place in the all-time world rank on the season's rankings, and that one was magnificent. first time of asking, improves the meeting record markedly up to 4 meters 80. No wonder she's all smiles. Let me just remind you that in about 20 minutes time, it will be the 800 debut of Femke Bol over 800 meters here in Metz. So away they go then. Not a huge field. 13 athletes out there, including the pacemaker. And Shrub now, as the pacemaker drops out on his own with about a 5 or 6 meter lead, is pushing on now. And sometimes when pacemakers move out the way, you find yourself almost automatically accelerating because it's almost like the brakes have come off, the limiters have come off, and you start striding away. Carangeau in third place is working really hard to go with Shrub. He's about 7 or 8 meters down. Shrub down the back straight. The crowd roaring him on here. They're loving this. The climax yet to come. Femke Bol's debut at 800 meters is now just a few minutes away as Shrub comes through with about a 20 meter lead. 4 laps to run now. 2 laps of an outdoor track. 800 meters to run. Carangeau in third. Senna in second. Senna in third. And Shrub pouring it on. If anything, lengthening his stride down the back straight there. Almost like he's running scared. But if he could glance over his shoulder, he'd see that Carangeau is now 25-30 meters down. The pace judgment from the last pacemaker to drop out was absolutely world class. And this is a big run from Shrub. It comes through now. 2 laps to run in 6:02. 3 laps to run, excuse me, in 6:02. That one at 29.79. Incredible speed endurance being displayed here by Shrub. The fastest time in the world this year, 7:27 by Cam Myers. The next quickest by Andrew Koskorin of Ireland, 7:30. That was when he was second in Boston behind Myers. Here comes Shrub now. 2 laps to run. 6:31.9 at the bell. I got it. 29:53 that lap. This is sub 4 minute miling pace. Lap after lap after lap. It is quite magnificent from Shrub. 300 meters to run. The crowd loving it. He's working hard now. The head is cocked slightly to one side. Just driving a little harder with the arms now as he comes towards the bell this time. Forget about the race. This is an exhibition run and a magnificent run from Shrub. No clock time for that lap for Shrub, that penultimate lap. It doesn't matter. Down the back straight. He's got just over 150 to run. He might run sub 7:30 here. This is an astonishing run from the man whose 5,000 best is 7:56. Watch the clock. Shrub into the home straight now. 7:22 on the clock. It's ticking away. The crowd roaring him on. They're right behind this one. Shrub comes home now. It's so quick. It's astonishing. 7:29.32. It is a new meeting record for Shrub. Wow. Shrub there, running negative splits. I got him at 3:47 there or thereabouts at 1,500. For the full distance, well, his second half must have been about 3:42 and bits. A meeting record, no doubt about that. Carangeau, a national record, 7:40.64. That's his reward by, 8/100ths of a second. New Luxembourg national record for the 24-year-old. But Jan Shrub, well, he's worked himself into fabulous shape for this. And Al Shrub there becomes the second fastest ever European in history. So the next race on the track, the women's 800, you can see the athletes out there already. Bol starts out in lane 5. There's the pacemaker. That's Cre dit. And apparently Bol has asked for 57 seconds flat at 400 meters. She has spent all of November, all of December and all of January in Potchefstroom, up in down in South Africa, I should say, but up in altitude. This, for me, is a long overdue test at 800 meters for Bol. So many great 400 meter hurdlers over the years have been special at 800 meters. Karen Clement, who won in Rio, the 400 meter hurdles there for the USA. He became a 144, 145 performer. There is Laura Hoffman, the Swiss 29-year-old. Never broken 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 6/100ths of a second is her personal best, the former French athlete, 5 times a Swiss champion. Away they go then. Femke Bol, second from the outside. The fastest time in the world this year is by a Briton, Izzy Boffey, running in Boston 8 days ago, 1:57.43. A meeting record, 1:58.97. Perhaps the first target for Femke Bol here. That's by de Gouma, former world indoor champion. This Bol looks so relaxed here, doesn't she? That is her beauty. Whether it's 400 hurdles, she can look marvellously relaxed going through, and she goes through. The pacemaker 26.99. Bol there probably about 27.4, something like that, 27.3, who knows? But she looks like she's jogging. Magnificent mover. But has she done the running? Her agent saying to me this morning she's put in a lot more long runs, but I don't know what that means. Maybe for her a long run is 6 or 8k. I don't know if it's 10 or 20k. I doubt it very much indeed. As Bol there just lets the pacemaker ease away. Her pace judgment is what she's trusting, because that is quick. That's a little bit too quick. 56.66 the pacer. And that means Bol's gone through, I reckon, probably spot on, about 57 seconds. And down the back straight now, this is where the question marks will be asked. The third lap for Bol. This is where the world of middle distance racing is fascinated to watch Bol cope with this next half of this 800 metres. 3 laps almost done as she comes towards the belt, but she still looks like she's striding along in a relaxed fashion on a Sunday morning jog. At the bell there, 1:28, give or take a few tenths, maybe 1:28 dead at the bell for Femke Bol. Now has she got the steel to lead into the back straight here and drive on hard and pump with the arms? She's still running like she's got a couple of laps to go. She's not really working with the arms. She's such a fierce, lion-hearted racer at 400 metres, but here at 800 metres, she looks almost half asleep. It's quite magnificent so far, because surely she's going to go a long way under 2 minutes. But how far here from Bol? I think we can say this has been a wonderful debut. 1:59.05. Job done. She will learn and she will build on that. Learn from it. Take so much information from that experience, that sensation. You cannot replicate racing in training. It doesn't matter if she's done 600-metre time trials in training, 700-metre time trials in training, or further. The fact is, she's just set a national record for the Dutch, 1:59.07 in her first ever 800 metres indoors. And I'll tell you what, she's in the pack now and building, and she will be a real threat. Van der Schoot, Brossier, Lindahl and Bestuwe. Bestuwe, I think will go well here on the outside lane. There she is, 23.52 lifetime best. I fancy she might go quicker here. This is Lindahl, Nora Lindahl, 23 second athlete at her best. 23.22 this year, so very close to that lifetime best. She's in fine form. Van der Schoot completes the lineup here. Interesting and rare camera angle there as the athletes come out of their blocks. He's gone off very quick. Bestuwe of Spain. Lindahl going really well there. Second to left for Sweden in lane 5. The stagger unwinding though, but not really making any impression upon Bestuwe, who comes into the straight way out in front. Watch the clock. This is going to be quick. 23.52 her best, and she runs 22.69. She's just run a personal best by almost a second. That is astonishing. Surely that's a Spanish national record for Gael Bestuwe. Wow. Walks away after grabbing her kit in a very business-like manner, says the Spaniard. Can hardly believe how much she has locked off her own national record, Bestuwe. That is brilliant. Lindahl, 23.19, a season's best for her. Merta van der Schoot, 24.14, a personal best for her in third.
Hi, I'm Manu Duplantis. Subscribe to the European Athletics YouTube channel down below.